It is time for another Obliterating Obstacles. And I decided to totally go off script. I know I asked you all to vote, and the ones with the most votes would win. And that's what we would go with in these Obliterating Obstacle sessions. And I've changed my mind. So today I'm going off script. I've come up with my own topic, and we are going to talk about this obstacle. Are you ready for it? I don't have time. I'm too busy. Gonna be a little bit of truth talk today from yours truly here, because we all use that as an obstacle. I don't have time. I'm too busy. I don't. It happens, right? So I want to tackle this a couple of different ways. First of all, Let's tackle it with some data. Okay. So how long does it actually take to go live? Let's be realistic here. So let's just say 5 minutes to plan your hook, story, call to action, right? Okay, what am I going to talk about? I've given you all sorts of prompts, right? So it's not about thinking about what. Okay, so now I just got to figure out what story am I going to tell, what question can I ask to get into that story, and then what my call to action is. Okay, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 if I'm pushing it. Okay, then to actually do it, I'm asking you to do that. I'm asking for 3 minutes. But let's say this is in your own space. Maybe you're going to talk for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So we're talking about somewhere between 10 or 15 minutes. Time is not the issue. You're using time as the reason you can't do something, but everyone can make room for something that takes 10 minutes if it means something to you, if it's important enough, if you prioritize it in the right way. The other thing that may be going on here is that you are making it bigger in your mind than it needs to be. Are there any overthinkers in the group? Okay, I get it, right? It's not 10 minutes, it's an hour. It's hours of work. I got to do all of this prepping and all of this planning, and then I got to go live, and it's an hour of this, and I don't have time for an hour. It's not that long. It's not that much time. The reality is that there's something else, some underlying issue that's really going on. Like, I don't know, you don't want to do it. It's not comfortable to do it. It's scary to do it. You're nervous about doing it. That's what's really making you go, I don't have time. I'm too busy. I don't have time. Sometimes prioritizing, the actual act of prioritizing, is deprioritizing something else. Is there something in my day that I can stop doing in order to make room for that? So here's one for you. Rather than watch your favorite TV show tonight, do a video instead. Now, I'm not saying you have to do this every night. I do not want to get in between you and your love of Netflix. But one night in a week to make room to go live is deprioritizing something to make room for something else. Sometimes those are the tough choices you have to make. Sometimes it's about looking at this and saying, why do I want to go live? And if your why is not big enough, you're going to accept the excuses you throw in the way. Like, I'm too busy, I don't have time. I'm too busy, I don't have time. But what I really want to talk about today is a little bit of, well, let's just call it a hack. Let's call it a brain hack, shall we? Okay. If you are putting go live on your to-do list, I was looking for my to-do list and I don't have it. So here, we're just going to do this. You got your to-do list. Here are all the things I'm going to do today. And go live is one of the things you put on that list. What's going to happen is you're prioritizing go live in with everything else that you have going on your to-do list. And again, you got that underlying issue in here that makes you go, I want to do it. I really don't want to do it. You're going to prioritize that go live at the bottom. You keep putting it off, right? Oh, I didn't get to it today. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I didn't get to it today. I'll put it off. Oh my gosh, it's already Friday. Well, I might as well wait until next week. As long as you continue to put it on your to-do list, if going live is not part of your routine, it's not going to happen. You're going to keep saying, I'm too busy. I don't have enough time. And the next thing you're going to know, weeks, if not months, are going to go by and you still haven't done it. What you need to do instead of putting it on your to-do list, is you put it in your calendar. You make it a non-negotiable. You treat it as important as a client call, as a client meeting, as client work. Those things you make done. You make them happen. You get them done. I'll even go so far as to say, think of the things that you might have to do for your family. Like, I have to get groceries today. If I don't get groceries today, we won't eat tonight. So I have to go get groceries. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put it on my calendar. I'm gonna go get groceries at 1:00, and then you do it because you put it on your calendar. Or I got to pick up Sally at school at 3:00. Put it on your calendar. You got to do it. You can't just leave Sally there. Put going live on your calendar and make it be I got to treat it no different than any other important block of time on my calendar. It's not just skip over it. It's do it. It's do the thing. Now, if you want an extra brain hack here, make it public. Tell your audience that you will be live on that day and time. Create an event in your Facebook group if that's where you're going live so that people can accept it. Let me tell you, I've done this. Listen, we all have days where you're like, I'm not feeling it. I want to do it. I'm too busy. I don't got time. And so what will happen is you'll go to that event and in your brain, you'll be like, okay, if nobody's accepted it, I'll just cancel it. Nobody will know. And then you go in there and you're like, no, 3 people have said they're coming. Darn it. Now I have to do it. You allow your people, your community to kind of hold you accountable to doing the thing you don't want to do. Because let me tell you, you will show up for your people. You're not going to let those people down. You won't let them down. Sometimes one of the things that helps me is I think about what is the consequence if I don't go live? And I'm not talking about I can stay in my PJs and my hair up in a bun and not put my makeup on. I'm talking about the impact to your audience, to your viewers. Okay. What if those 3 people that registered for that event, what if one of them really needed to hear the message that you had to share? Let's use this as a real world example. Okay. I'm sharing a message here today. What if 5 minutes ago I went, you know what? I'm too busy. I don't have time to do this. I'm just not gonna, it's okay. Nobody will know. Nobody will care. If I just say, guys, I'm not feeling it. I'm not going to go live today. There's no consequence. They'll all be fine. Yeah, possibly true. But what if the message that I'm sharing here today, what if the message you are planning to share in your life, what if somebody out there desperately needs to hear that today? What if that's the message that makes all the difference in their life, in their business, in their perspective? What if that one single life can have that kind of impact? Now we start to get into those bigger whys around doing the thing. If you're going to disappoint somebody who was expecting you to be live today and needed you to share the message you were going to share, was so eager for that particular topic, you don't want to let them down. That feels worse. Letting them down and disappointing that other person or not showing up for them in this awesome way, I promise you that hurts way worse than you going, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta pump myself up. So instead of putting go live on your to-do list, put it on your calendar. Make it public. Tell your people. Make it so that you cannot back out of it unless you are like ill. So ill you can't stand up straight. Because otherwise we'll keep throwing those excuses out, right? Because you are still in this point in your developmental journey where it's not fun and easy yet. It's frankly hard and it's a little scary. And until it starts to change, you're going to keep coming up with those obstacles. I don't have time. I'm too busy. I don't have time. I'm too busy. And you're going to watch the time go away and you're going to be like, here's what's going to happen. And I hate to call this out, but I'm going to call this out. I'm going to do this challenge, this Go Live challenge again in July. Some of you will wait until July, until this challenge happens again to do your first live. And I don't want you to wait. I want you to wait because honestly, I think sometimes the difference is just getting started. It's just doing the daggone thing. Daggone thing. Daggone. Yes, that's what we're using as a word today. Okay. So here's what I want. Here's what I want to do. I want to challenge you first of all. And I want to say, as a result of this little video here today, what are you going to do different? What action are you going to take? If you are sitting there and you're watching this video. By the way, I sent out an email today for everybody that's in the Go Live Challenge that had links to all 4 videos, all of these obliterating obstacles, and some instructions around just making sure everybody understands next steps and deadlines and all of that. And while I don't want to just repeat myself, I want to make sure I call the email out, and I want to challenge you with this. This Go Live Challenge is not over. Yesterday was day 4 training. The challenge is not over. I had somebody message me today and say, oh, I missed it. No, you don't get off the hook that easy. You're not off the hook. It's not over. It's not over until you go live 4 times. Yes, there is a deadline. Okay. The deadline is for the drawing where I'm going to spin the wheel and somebody's going to win 3 months in the Go Live League. That will happen on Tuesday morning, Tuesday at 11 o'clock a.m. Mountain Time. So I got to set a deadline for that. If you have all 4 of your videos done by Monday night, so that Tuesday morning I can put everybody's name on the wheel, that's the deadline. It's for the drawing. It's not for completion. It's not for the end of this. So if you have to put Go Live on your calendar for 10 minutes for the next 4 weeks in order to get those 4 videos done, then that's what you do. Because you signed up for this challenge for a reason. You want to get more comfortable and confident on camera. You are ready to be done hiding, avoiding, and dreading this guy. You are ready to start showing up for yourself, for your business, and for your audience. Yes? So don't let this pass you by. Don't let this moment pass you by. Don't accept the excuses that your brain is putting in front of you. I'm too busy. I don't got time. It's 10 minutes. Put it on your calendar once a week for the next 4 weeks if you need to, and make it happen. If it's important enough, you will make it happen. If that's the case with any sort of task. The problem is you're downplaying the importance of it. So if you have not started, if you have not done a single thing in this challenge, I'm hoping you're still seeing this video, but if you've not done anything, you can still do this. You signed up for a reason. Let's do it. Let's get after it. If you just started, maybe you did video 1, maybe you did video 2, but you haven't done the rest. Keep going. There's no deadline. There's no end. Show yourself that you can do this. Show yourself that going live and doing this thing is a priority. And watch how that starts to change your perspective. Okay. For those of you that are let me go back. I want to go back to those of you that have not yet gone live. Okay. We had 84 people sign up to do this challenge. 84. And at last count, hold on. Let's do this. Let's get real numbers here. I didn't count this in advance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 27 have gone live. Okay. So that means we got about 60 of y'all haven't done it yet. So here's what I'm going to actually give you your call to action. You ready? I want you to go live today. No more excuses. No more, I'm too busy. I don't have time. Today. And all I want you to do, I don't care if it's 10 seconds long. Don't worry about the 3 minutes. I just want you to grab your phone, go live in this group, introduce yourself. That's all you got to think about. Stop overthinking it. Stop overthinking it. Just hit the button and say, hi, I'm Jamie. I'm a blank. What kind of coach are you? That's all I want you to say. That's not even 10 seconds. I swear, I think once you rip the Band-Aid off and you do the thing, you're going to be like, wait a minute. That wasn't as bad as I'm making it out to be in my brain. I can do this. I can do this. And then keep going. Okay. For those of you that have done your first 2 videos and you're like, oh my God, that was so hard. I can't do it. Stop telling yourself it's hard. It's new. You're learning. Give yourself grace. You're figuring this out. You are not going to get better at this by not doing it. Let me say that again. You are not going to get better at this by not doing it. You have to take action. You have to take steps. Start small. If you can't hit 3 minutes, no, there's not in the history of doing this challenge. There has never been a time where I have picked up my phone and said, I saw you went live and you were only live for 15.2 seconds. Therefore, it's not going to count. Never. I'm going to be here cheering you on that you did it. 15 seconds, 2 seconds. I don't care how long it is. Do the thing. You can do this. I know you can do this. Okay. If you've got questions, if you are stuck, if there is something coming up and you can't get it done, you can't make it happen, whatever it is, I want you to message me. I've messaged every single one of you, all 87 of you. Was it 87? I can't remember. I've messaged you. Message me back and say, I haven't done it. Here's why I'm stuck. Here's what I need help with. And I'll help you get through whatever obstacle is getting in your way. Is that fair? Is that fair? Okay. Last thing that I want to say. A couple of you have said, I just haven't had time to watch the whole trainings. I'm so behind on watching the trainings and I can't get through that all. Don't let that be the reason you don't go live. That's just another excuse. Yes, learning how to do something is important. Okay. If I can get 10 people to say more time in the comments, then I will keep all of those trainings up through the end of the month. How's that sound? They were supposed to go away Sunday. Then I extended it to Monday because we're doing the drawing on Tuesday. But I will keep all the videos up through the end of the month if I can get 10 people that say they need more time. All you got to do is type more time in the comments and I will extend that only till the end of the month. I can't extend it longer than that because I have a number of people who paid for the VIP service. And that's just, I got to respect them. But I feel like I could keep it up until then. But y'all got to communicate with me. If you need more time to get through those training videos, all you got to do is ask and I'll grant it. Is that fair? Okay. I just want to say this in closing. I hope this, I was kind of iffy in talking about this subject because it's a little me getting in your business a little bit. It's a little me calling you out on your excuses. But I just want to make sure that you know that it comes from a place of love and it comes from me wanting to, no, not me wanting, me believing in you. I know you can do this. I know you can do this. So if you need a little bit of a poker from me in order to make it happen, in order to get it done, then I'll do that. And I hope that it didn't upset anybody or offend anybody. I hope you are sitting on the other side of this going, yes, I can do this. If so, then my mission has been achieved. You now believe that you can do this. Does that mean it's going to be easy? No, not easy. Important? Yes. Worth it? Yes. Because when you start showing up, things start to change in your space, in your head, in your group, on your page, and all of this kind of stuff. Because people can actually see you, hear you, connect with you, understand how flippin' awesome you are. If you keep that to yourself and you don't share it with the world, yes, it's less scary. It's a safer place to be. But that's not where awesome stuff happens. Right? It's that whole cliche of ships are meant to be out in the water. Boats are meant to be out in the water. Ships, boats, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, they're safer when they're at dock, but that's not where they're supposed to be. Same with you. Growth happens when we get out of our comfort zone. And yeah, that's a little at times. But when you start showing up, when people start commenting, when people start engaging, when people start showing up for you live, and does that take a little bit to happen? Yes. Oh my gosh, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. Most of the challenges that I see that coaches and online entrepreneurs like you have is that not enough people know they're there. It's not that you don't know what you're doing. It's not that you don't have good content. It's not that you can't help people. It's that not enough people know you're there. That's the difference. And video, live video in particular, gets way more reach, way more engagement than anything else you can do. Is it riskier? Yep, you betcha it is. But it's so worth it. It's so worth it. All right, y'all, that's enough for me on a Friday, almost afternoon. Is it afternoon? Can I say afternoon? It is. It's afternoon. Have a wonderful weekend. If you need anything, you know where to find me. But I want you to finish this challenge. I want you to get started. Don't worry about the rules. Don't worry about anything. Just do the doggone thing. All right, guys. Bye. Have a good weekend.